Please welcome Elena Leonova, Senior Vice President of Product at Spryker. Elena is a product management leader with 15 years of experience in product management and development, who's passionate about building and launching innovative digital commerce solutions that deliver incredible value propositions and redefine the digital commerce industry.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elena Leonova, and I'm an SVP of Product at Spryker. For some of you who don't know what Spryker is, we are the leading digital commerce platform for large enterprises out there from all the countries, from Europe to the US to Asia Pacific, and we work with really known brands from Bosch, Toyota, and others. And I'm super excited for you to join my session, and thank you so much for taking the time. I wanted to spend the time and share with you some of the secrets that I have learned over my career in product management that I believe is helping me building successful products. So let's get started. We all know that as product managers, our main goal is to build products that customers love. And when I was starting my product management career, I read pretty much all the books available out there on the principles and the secrets on how to build successful products. And in all of those books, you pretty much always learn that it's really important to focus on that triangle. That product management is something about understanding the user needs. That's why you need to understand the user experience and work with user experience team. You also need to understand the technology and obviously need to look for those best technological solutions for solving those problems that you're solving. And then you also need to understand the business. And depending on the nature of your product, it can be either focusing on your own goals as a business, or if you're building a commercial product, on the business of your customers. And this is exactly what I have been following for the many, many years when I was starting my career. Until one moment when I came across a really interesting statistic. And that statistic said that of all the products where all those principles are applied, you know how many of them typically fail? It was about 75%. 75% of all the products typically fail. And that led me started thinking of why is that? And do I sometimes also contribute to kind of that 75% statistic? Is there something and some maybe decisions in my professional career that I have been making that probably had led to my products be in that category? And that's exactly where I started recollecting some of the moments in my career. And I realized that, yes, there were some mistakes that I made. And I wanted to share with you those mistakes, the learnings from them, so then you can be better product managers and avoid those mistakes that I have made myself, and hopefully not do the ones that I'm going to share, but also maybe it will get you thinking about some of the other mistakes that you might be making. So let's get started. I'll start with story number one. Many years ago, when I was a product manager, just a beginner product manager, as all decent product management teams, we had a roadmap for the year and a half of all the different features that our customers wanted. We have done a lot of research. We understood exactly what they needed. We came up with this perfect roadmap, and that's exactly what we've been working on. We also had an engineering team that has been putting a lot of time and effort into building this, and we were so close to the success. Until one moment. There was one moment when on my calendar, there was this meeting that was scheduled by our customer success team. I know I didn't think much of it until we all, as a product management team, went to this meeting. And in that meeting, our customer success team started asking us questions about this one product that their customers are asking us about, and they wanted to understand how to actually deliver this product to them. There was a silence in the room, and all the product managers started looking into each other, and we realized that something is off. None of us in the product management team were understanding what product are we talking about. In that moment, it became obvious that we actually didn't have that. And also, most importantly, we didn't even have it on the roadmap. So we were working on a completely different thing. And that was a big moment when I realized that we had a really, really big misalignment with our sales team. They have sold something that we didn't build yet. And it was something that they truly believed that we have it because they were relying on some marketing materials and kind of some of the ideas, but that was not something that we had. Obviously, in order for us to save the situation, to save our new customers who were expecting this product, we had to make all the shifts, we had to reschedule all the plans that we had. We accommodated for it. We started actively working on it, but it took us a lot of time to cover that mistake that we have made by not having a really tight alignment with the sales team. And that's the moment when I realized that the product management is not just about working with your user experience team and working with your technology team. It's also about really close alignment with your sales team so then you can understand what exactly are they seeing on the market. What are the things that will help them sell the product in the best possible way? And then also understanding what led them to actually think that those things are needed. So then you, as a product manager, can account for it in your product roadmap. And that was something that I took away from my career for many, many years to come. And now every time when I start working in a new company, I always focus on building the trust and relationship with the sales team. And that, I believe, is a really big success to building successful products. Now I want to share with you a slightly different story. In story number 2, also I'm going back to the beginning of my career as a product manager. And back then, I was working on a really technical product. And in this technical product, one of the things that we had to work on was refactoring from one front-end framework to another one, just because the technology that we were using was not necessarily the most modern one. And as many of the product managers typically face, I was not super technical and I was not considering myself super technical. So I actually let my engineering team do a lot of research to understand which front-end framework we should move to. And that's exactly what they did. So the team sat down, they actually looked at all the different modern frameworks that were available out there. They outlined the pros and cons of which ones we should go with, and they had a proposal. When I looked at it, not having that much of a technical background, I said, yeah, absolutely, it makes sense, because all the pros for it sounded really convincing. So we started working on this refactoring. It took us maybe half a year, and we were really proud of ourselves. Until one moment when there's a big customer and partner conference that our company has had. So me and my engineering counterpart go on stage, super proud of ourselves, and we start talking about this really big change that we have made because we knew that this front-end framework was really outdated. And as we start speaking one step after another one, just looking at the audience, we understand that something is going off. Something is definitely wrong, but we cannot figure out what. And we know that we have done a great job. We were expecting an applause, but something is definitely off. And as we were coming closer to the Q&A and also the end of the conversation, we realized that we should definitely not expect any applause. The moment comes for the Q&A, the first person takes up the mic and says, well, I don't agree with what you guys done. I think that was really stupid. We stand there, look lost, and don't know what to say. Then another person takes a mic and says, yeah, absolutely, that is a ridiculous decision. Why have you done it? Then we start explaining why and kind of all the pros and cons, but nothing works. After some time, I grabbed all of my thoughts and I said, okay, let's actually meet after this conference and this coffee shop at this time, and we will talk about it. So everybody who cares about this decision and this refactoring, let's actually get together and talk about it. So, and that's exactly what happened. We went to this coffee shop, we started talking about it. And what we realized is that all of our partners who were using our platform to customize and work on creating kind of those new front-end experiences for their customers, they were relying on technology. And the way they were relying on this technology is that they had all of their engineers trained on a certain technology. And for us, moving to different technology, it actually meant that they had to retrain all of their engineers to a new technology, which obviously is a lot of time and money for them. If they do retrain all of those engineers for this new technology and take all this time, then they need to start charging more of their customers, because now they will have more expensive skill set and more expensive engineers within their companies. If they do start charging their customers more for the product and for kind of their services, then the customers are not going to be comfortable, because they are now would need to spend more on this product that used to be 20-30% cheaper. And that was the moment when I realized that even for the technical decisions, the product manager should be actually doing this proper technical or product management research. As a product manager, I should have thought about the impact on this technology, on this one framework, and the impact that is going to bring to the success of the product overall. That is something that I also took away from me, for me and for my career really seriously. And that was exactly the moment when I realized that I have made a big mistake, because I completely trusted my engineering team on doing a technical research. But what they have not done is actually looking at this kind of product market fit, even for something as simple as refactoring, where most of the time the product managers just overlook and don't get involved. This is something that is a part of my career, and every time when I work with my product managers across all the different teams where I was involved, I always share the story with them and say that even if your team is doing a refactoring and you have a technical persona that is going to be working with this product, you do need to understand what is that they want to do and what would be the impact if you move from one thing to another. And I believe that type of attitude is also one of the big parts of success of building successful products. All right, now let's talk about the last story that I want to share with you. So after all of those two stories and lessons that I just shared with you, I felt like now I actually knew everything that I needed to know in order to build successful products. I already understood the importance of connecting with sales and customer success team and the marketing team. I also understood the importance of connecting with the technical personas that might be using your product and deeply understanding their needs. But this time it was something interesting and something completely different. So with all of those learnings, this time we have been building another product. Everything seemed fine because we took all the learnings. We have built a successful product where it was really aligned with sales and marketing. It was really well aligned with the technical people and the technical personas. And we were so close to the launch, and we finally had this really important moment when we scheduled this go-to-market meeting with our finance team, with our sales team. And we talked for hours about the benefits and how confident we are that this product is going to be a huge success. And then our sales team has asked us a question. All right, so but how much can we charge this product for? We said, well, we actually didn't think about it in all the details, but let us go back to the drawing board and we will quickly put together kind of all the costs that went into building this product, but also all the maintenance costs that are important in order for us to operate this product and make sure that we can support our customers in the best way. And then we will get back to our sales team. So when we got in the room and we started calculating all the costs, the initial implementation costs, the R&D, but then also the operating costs, we realized that this product is extremely expensive. It pretty much cost as a spaceship, while people didn't actually have that money to spend on this product. And that was the moment when we realized that we have built this perfect, beautiful product from all the different aspects of the user needs, of the technical needs, but it's just not commercially viable. It's just way too expensive. That was a huge learning lesson for me. So we had to go back. We started rebuilding and changing the technology. We had to make some changes on how we operate this product to make it cheaper. And it took obviously away a couple of months that we could have used for selling and launching this product already. And that was an important moment when I realized that if you want to build a successful product as a product manager, you should be looking at all of those different aspects, and the commercial and the pricing and packaging is as important as anything else, whether it's your feature and function, whether it's a user experience, or whether it's a technical solution. And this is something that I'm definitely taking really seriously after that moment. And I always share that with my team. And we always look at this at every moment when we start thinking of launching a new product. I wanted to share with you all of those stories and the mistakes that I have made early on in my career. So then you have all of those secrets that are typically not being shared in any of the product management books. So then you can build successful products. So then you can avoid making those mistakes that can lead you to building unsuccessful products. And maybe those mistakes that I shared with you is something that is familiar with you, or maybe you actually are making some other mistakes. But hopefully, this conversation and this presentation will make you think about other aspects of where you should be connecting with other teams cross-functionally. Maybe you should be connecting more with your sales team, or maybe you should be connecting more with your finance team to understand and build this cohesive product that is going to make your customers extremely successful. And that is obviously going to bring a lot of success to you. This is everything that I wanted to share with you. However, I would also want to hear from you. So then if you have interesting stories and some of the learnings and mistakes that you may have made in your career, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with other product managers. I love helping if I can. So feel free to reach out. I would be extremely happy to connect with you. And thank you.